It's a cozy Friday morning, and MossCat0 is asking, what even is territorial imperative good for? A very, very valid question, in my opinion. To start, we'll just read the perk, as always. Unlocking potential in one's aura reading ability. Survivors' auras are revealed to you for 3 seconds when they enter the basement, and you are more than 32 meters away from the basement entrance. Territorial imperative can only be triggered once every 20 seconds. Noting that the basement entrance is like a flat plane that hangs over the space where the basement would be. It's the staircase area. Basically, that area is the zone that we're measuring from. You should be 32 meters away from that. You could use the basement hooks to measure if you could happen to be able to see the hooks at any point. Then it cools down for 20 seconds, and that's about it. A lot of players might look at this and think that it's not the most useful thing. It can be very useful on Huntress if she sees somebody go in the basement where there are a lot of lockers. She could chase them down there, get a free reset, and enjoy the next part of the game with hatchets and a hook. But otherwise, this is mostly going to catch greedy survivors who want to get the chests in the basement. It has literally just the one use, but it combos with every single basement strategy. If you're going for the basement, you could bring Territorial Imperative to widen your field of view, basically, in a sense. I shouldn't say field of view because that's an actual thing in the game. But it gives you more vision than you otherwise would have and allows you to see where the basement is when it's in a crucial moment. Here I put together a short little build about it. We're going to definitely bring the Torn Blueprint, or what's the other one called? I never remember the name of these things. Bloody Blueprint. Both of these affect the basement hooks, and you could tell them apart at a glance because this one they have black marks on them. The Torn one has black tears through it, and the Bloodied one has black bloody marks on it. The other two are very clean, and they affect the hatch. That's just a quick way to tell them apart. So here we're pairing it with Monstrous Shrine and Pain Resonance to give us something to do in the basement. Whenever we get 24 meters away from the hook, the entity speeds up in progress, and it turns the basement hooks into Scourge hooks. On top of Territorial Imperative, you can hook somebody in the basement. If it's their first time, they blow a token and destroy a generator. I would even we've been practicing with surveillance with that as well. So if you have surveillance, you could blow a generator from the basement, and then surveillance will show you where that generator was, so you can go pick it up and get Monstrous Shrine activated and online and set up for Territorial Imperative to show you who's next. I didn't go for that on this build because I wanted more of a Ghostface theme, where we have Lethal Pursuer instead, showing us auras at the beginning of the game, but more importantly, giving us 2 more seconds of Territorial Imperative. So we'll be able to see survivors for 5 seconds. And the point of that is that if a survivor figures out you have Territorial Imperative, sometimes they'll try to trick you. They'll count off the 3 seconds going into the basement, and then they'll run back out so that by the time you show up, they're not even in there. Those extra 2 seconds could show you the survivor leaving the basement in that moment, and then you know whether or not you want to go back. That's about the size of it. It's not the most useless perk, and honestly, seeing survivors in the basement, in a place where they're most vulnerable, is a highly advantageous position to be in. So definitely not a waste of a perk at all. Thanks again to MossCat for submitting this ticket, and I hope to see some more Territorial Imperative in your games.